Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine. So I went on ahead and saw Aladdin. So I have a review for you right after the intro. All right, I'm back. Thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for checking out the video. So I went to see Aladdin. Wasn't sure if I wanted to do it, and I got to admit I was one of the few. I was one of the few people that was really going hard on Will Smith about how bad he looked as the genie, the special effects, just the whole idea of. First, I didn't like the whole idea of Will Smith being the genie because how goofy and silly Robin Williams played the genie. So I was like, oh man, here we go. I'm not feeling it. But I'm going to sit back and eat some crow because it actually was an enjoyable experience. I enjoyed the movie. I liked the some of the musical numbers. I didn't like all the musical numbers. It's a musical. Just like the animated version, and Will Smith can't sing that well, but it's okay because he wasn't the only person that couldn't really sing, so it kind of worked, for the story to me, because if he was the only person that couldn't sing, it'd been like okay, so it was cool. Now, so as everybody knows, the original Aladdin story about the street rat, as they call him, it's like a person that lives, he's basically he's a peasant, he's poor, he pickpocket, steal, petty thief or whatever, and he met the princess, he fell in love, but he couldn't because he was so he was still a he was still a peasant and she was a queen, can't do that, And how the story go, he find the lamp, genie come and try to make him a prince or whatnot, and shenanigans ensue. So they pretty much they follow the story to a T. If you familiar with the original story, so they did good on following the story, and the look of it is it's a sight. It's real colorful. The sets are kind of amazing. I didn't expect it to be like that. I thought when I first saw it, looked like cheap. It looked like a set, but it looks like a good set. It looks like all the colors and all that stuff is really kind of amazing. So the look of it, the cinematography actually was on point. The the colors and the sound was real good. So we could talk about some performances. The guy who playing Aladdin, he's pretty good. I forget his name. I'm sorry, I don't know nobody's name. Jasmine was real good, and actually liked Jafar more than I thought I was gonna like him. I thought I really gonna like, cause he seemed kind of feminine in the trailer, but that's just how he talked. But he did good as being a real evil bastard. So they did good. The performance was all good. And last but not least, the Will Smith performance. So that was a pretty decent performance by Will Smith, far as playing the genie. But it was certain things he was doing that was a little feminine to me, metrosexual, if you will. They made it clear that he was real interested in women, but the way his mannerisms were very feminine. And I was like, is he trying to be like a, like somebody that's, I don't want to say, like a gay dude, more like a metrosexual, somebody that's, you can tell they straight, but they a little feminine, So I was like, I was getting that vibe from Will, the way he was playing it, And I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool for a minute. Then after a while, some parts, the whole genie bit got a little old. Well, I want to say a little old, where the first half of him being the genie when he's the big blue genie, it was like, okay, now you starting to get on my nerve with this act. But what I want to say is I'm not going to hold that against Will or the movie because that's exactly the way it was played in the original. And that's because Robin Williams was always an over-the-top actor. He was doing the voice, but, you know, they did all the animation with his voice, but Robin Williams played that so over the top that they had to match that. And I think that's what they was doing. But that's the parts that didn't work for me when he just kept on, you know, popping in and out of characters with the genie, and I was like, okay, let's get to the movie. The movie plot actually itself was actually enjoyable. That's why I was like, you know, wanted to get away from the gags and was getting ready to get to the whole main plot. So, like I said, it was the performances actually were well. All the actors did a great job actually. I was never bored. The movie moved at a real good pace. It did not slow down and then you kind of like check your watch or like, oh man, well I wonder what, you know, I wonder what such and such is doing. You know, you ain't thinking about other stuff because the movie actually was, you know, kept you entertained. So moved at a good pace. And I really enjoyed like I said, I enjoyed all the acting, and the musical numbers was actually pretty good. Like all the big spectacle of it, you know, every musical number was down there a spectacle, where all these people dancing and all these colors, like I saw the Prince Ali number on the little clip in the trailer, and I thought it looked kind of corny because I thought, you know, Will couldn't sing, but if you watch it with the movie, it's okay because other people couldn't sing, so I was like, okay, I was going with it, but that was a huge number. But I got to say my favorite number probably was the Friend Like Me number. Never Had a Friend Like Me number was actually kind of cool because he was kind of doing a little break dancing with the genie clothes on. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, it was a good fun movie. If I had any complaint, I would say that I did wish they kept Gilbert Gottfried as the parrot. The parrot didn't really do nothing for me, whoever they used for the voice. They kind of made him just like a regular parrot, you know. It was like, disappointing. But other than that, it was just like, you know, a lot of fun actually. I didn't have any problems with the wardrobe because, you know, everything was pretty much I guess Mid-Eastern kind of look, and everything was real colorful. Which, you know, worked for it. I cannot stand looking at that top knot on Will Smith, but, you know, it is what it is, you know. That's the genie look, so whatever, you know. So we had, let me wrap this up. Because the movie was actually enjoyable, I will give this movie, on my rating scale, I will give this movie I'm gonna give it above it, all right. I'm gonna give it a dope. It actually was a fun movie. I didn't have a bad time with it. You know, at the end, it was actually satisfying. So it wasn't like, whew, let me get out of here. So I had fun with it. Now, the CGI parts with Will was just the blue genie. You get used to it, but it still kind of look a little, but I mean, when I think about it, if it looked, you know, I wish they wouldn't even did the blue shit. I mean, if they would have just painted blue makeup on them, it would look kind of silly. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a dope, man. It was actually a fun little movie. Will wasn't too bad in it. See, and those the parts that was like the parts when he was like, "Oh, let me make you some new clothes, some Prince clothes," and it was kind of like he just went over the top with that. But that was kind of the same way Robin Williams played it. So I mean, they had good chemistry too. Will and the guy who played Aladdin, they had good chemistry when they was together. So it was fun, man. It was kind of like he was pretty much Hitch, but Hitch with superpowers. So yeah, I give it a dope, man. It was a fun movie. I recommend. It's definitely something the kids gonna like, man. Tell you like this, with the musical numbers and how loud and colorful it is, kids is gonna love this. So yeah, that is my rating. And go ahead and wrap up. Thanks for checking out the video. Give me some thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. Please. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.